Do not try to be perfect. Just try to be better than what you were yesterday. Hi, dear audience. Welcome to my channel. In this video, we are going to learn what a relative pronoun is, the most common relative pronouns we use in our day-to-day communication, and its usage while constructing a sentence. Before that, it's important to know about main clause and subordinate clause. So, after a brief description about main clause and subordinate clause, you will be learning about relative pronouns. Now, let's move on to the topic. It's important to know what a clause is. A clause is a combination of related words containing a subject and a verb. Now let's see a few examples. For example, they ran. In this, they is the subject and ran is the verb. So it is an independent clause as it gives complete meaning. Now let's see the next sentence. I saw the dog that chased you. This sentence has two clauses. Clauses have two major types. The first one is main clause. You otherwise call it as independent clause. And the next one is subordinate clause. We also call it as dependent clause. Now let's understand what a main clause is. Main clause gives complete meaning and can stand alone as a complete sentence. For example, they played. I saw the dog. These two sentences, they give complete meaning and also they stand alone as a complete sentence. Hence, these two sentences are main clause. Subordinate clause, otherwise called dependent clause, does not give a complete meaning and it cannot stand as a complete sentence. For example, I saw the dog that chased you. This sentence has two clauses. Now let's see this. I saw the dog. This gives complete meaning and can stand alone as a complete sentence. So, such a phrase is called independent clause or main clause. On the other hand, the second clause, that chased you, does not give a complete meaning and it cannot stand as a complete sentence. It depends on the main clause. That means the phrase that chased you depends on I saw the dog. So only when you write I saw the dog that chased you, it gives a complete meaning. Hence, the dependent clause that chased you does not give a complete meaning. So such a clause is called dependent clause or subordinate clause. Now let's come to the main topic, relative pronoun. A relative pronoun is used to connect a clause or phrase to a noun or pronoun. The clause modifies or describes the noun. Relative pronouns join an independent clause and a dependent clause or one that cannot stand alone as a complete sentence. Now let's see the most common relative pronouns. Who, whom, whose, which, that, whoever, whomever, whichever. These are the most common relative pronouns that we use. Now let's look into an example. This is the book that I asked for. Here, book is the noun. The relative pronoun is that. I asked for is the relative clause. Now, how to identify a relative clause? Remember, relative clause are typically introduced by the relative pronouns. Here, the relative pronoun is that. Here in this sentence, the subordinate clause is that I asked for, and the main clause is this is the book. So, in conjoining a subordinate clause and a main clause, a relative pronoun functions as a subordinate conjunction. So, here the relative pronoun that functions as a subordinate conjunction. Now, let's understand what is adjective clause. Relative pronouns are placed directly after the noun or pronoun they modify. Secondly, relative clauses describe a noun or a pronoun. Hence, they are known as adjective clause. For a better understanding, let's see some examples. The girl who helped you is my sister. The boy who won the race trained hard. Can you tell me to whom does this belong? She is the one whom I trust the most. Our grandparents, whom we love dearly, need better care and attention. In these sentences, the words that are shaded in red are the relative pronouns, and the phrases that are underlined are the relative clause. Here you can see the relative clause follow the relative pronoun. The relative pronouns who and whom we use for people. Now let's see some more examples. These are the students whose scores in the test are excellent. Here whose is the relative pronoun shaded in red. Scores in the test are excellent. This is the relative clause. The relative clause is introduced by the relative pronoun whose. Let's see the next sentence. I'd like to know whose bags are these. The next one, a triangle whose three sides are equal is called an equilateral triangle. Now we need to remember the relative pronoun whose is used for people and things as well. The bicycle which I bought recently is stolen. The house which my father gifted me is exquisite. I'll buy whichever book I like. Take whichever dog you prefer. Here, the relative pronouns are shaded in blue and violet color. The relative pronouns which and whichever are used for animals and things. Now let's see some more examples. The boys, whoever the principal named, should meet him at 3 p.m. in his chamber. Whoever answers the question will be rewarded. You may take whomever you choose. Every year, the teachers select one student whomever they prefer for Best Student Award. Here we have used the relative pronouns whoever and whomever. We need to remember that the relative pronouns whomever and whoever are used for people. I hope this video was informative and facilitated you to gain familiarity with relative pronouns. Do run through for mastery. Thank you for watching.